Probably be a good idea to turn this off, though.
Yes, the colors are actually
Like, we don't have
also
enough humming that goes on.
makes noise. So okay, I think I got everything that I need.
Hello, people.
We want?
We are on.
Are you sure you're on the Facebook? Because Dad didn't.
It says live 57
says it on my
seconds.
phone. Wait. It just popped on my phone. So I'll see it as soon as I said it. It popped on. Jeez Louise. Nobody's on, right?
Not that I'm aware of, except for on Instagram. And Jason Gibson Art on Instagram is remembering Dad working on Mr. T and the T-Force. That was great.
We had fun.
And it was nice having Mr. T come up to the studio and visit and then go to the gym with Dad was fun too.
Mm-hmm. I think the whole neighborhood enjoyed having Mr. T because he would get out of his car on 6th and 45th. And, or were we here? No, I think we were on 45th.
No, we were on 45th.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Ford.
he would stand on the corner and sign stuff for people.
Yeah, he was super
a good
friendly.
5 or 10 minutes just on the corner of 6th and 45th. And then he would just come up the block a little bit to continuity.
Yeah.
But he was nice to everybody. So I was jealous that Pete got to hang out with him as much as Pete got to hang out with him.
Yeah, I barely got to talk with Mr. T. At one point, we almost collided in the hallway, and I stopped short, and he goes, "I scare you?" I was like, "No." He goes, "That's good. You tough. You tough antenna." Like, okay.
And you're weird and funny.
I like him. He's silly.
He is like a cartoon.
Yeah. He is a sweetheart, though.
Yeah. So we have Ford and Michael DeSantis on with us. The usual crew.
Yep.
So we're just going to let people load on for a little bit because we just came on, our usual.
Yeah.
Too bad we can't load before we come on. We have to load. Jim Hackett is on with us. Another.
Hello, Jim.
So it's
I don't
Friday.
know how great it is having a foil version of the Superman Muhammad Ali because it just looks black on the screen.
Well, I can get.
We have a regular one?
Yeah, it should be right in that box if you want a regular one.
You can't really see what's on there.
I thought it was kind of
That
silly.
foil is just so reflective here.
I find it weird that they did a foil on it, but I guess everybody's into foils, so.
Foiled again.
Yeah.
We are casting from New York City.
Here we go. Actually, I can probably put them both.
The Adams home base, except for the few Adams stragglers that have moved elsewhere.
They're not working with me.
I think
They're
you might need a
working
plastic.
against me.
Got it now?
I don't know. Is that any better?
Well, yeah, we can see it now. And Jason Gibson Art says he's in Texas. All right.
Joel's talking about maybe moving to Texas. So it's awfully hot.
It is awfully hot, but Joel's awfully popular in Texas.
All I
so.
hear is how hot it is all the time in Texas. And she can like fry an egg on your car. And,
Well, it's not like Joel is widely known for going outside.
well, I think even getting to your car, like I hear it's like you have to like get your car air conditioning going before you step into your car.
If Joel just had a space that was his little environment,
An igloo.
he would never leave.
Joel should live in an igloo
In Texas.
in Texas. And then you'd be like, Chris, it's raining in here all the time. You can't work in this environment.
Then he would have to have a garage that was air conditioned so that his car would be nice and cool.
Yeah.
When he got in it. And
But I think
he would
that
never
all
have
of-
to actually physically be outside.
I think all of Texas is designed that way now because of how hot it is. I mean, their garbage cans melt on the sidewalks. Like they show things melting.
So you're making it so I don't even want to visit Texas.
Lights supposedly are melting, like the red, yellow, and green
Oh, the
lights.
traffic lights?
Traffic lights melt.
Wow.
So they have a lot of
I
melting.
mean, I am aware of one path lamp in Central Park that was melted, but that's because somebody lit a garbage fire under it.
Right.
But that's it.
And then we have Fred
Hello,
Warner
Fred.
from the Fernando Valley.
Mm.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to give it probably like 2 more minutes, and then we'll start the show. We're just waiting for people to come on, if they're going to come on. It is Friday, so this is kind of our shorter, earlier show. We have a longer show that we do on Wednesdays. It starts at 7:30. So this is kind of a shorter version of our Wednesday night show.
Mm.
Except sometimes we do CGCs on Friday. We don't do CGCs on Wednesday. So we do change it up a little bit between the two shows. So I'm going to give it, like I said, 2 more minutes more for people who are, just getting home. We started earlier because everybody was getting half-day Fridays and stuff like that during the summer.
Mm.
I don't know if we'll go back to a later spot or we're going to stay in this spot. We haven't decided yet. We're kind of waiting to see what Jade's schedule looks like.
Yeah, then we have Jade's schedule.
Yeah.
Although it's a crazy schedule.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 1 more minute, guys, and then we'll start. So we did get in Superman versus Muhammad Ali. This is the facsimile edition that recently came out in the last 2 weeks. We are basically selling them at cover price, which is kind of rounded, a $14.95 to $15. And if you're interested in the foil, we also have the foil edition. But they are very nice. I will say the facsimile looks fantastic. It is done like the original printing, so it has the coloring that is cut coloring, not digital coloring, and it looks nice. It's on nice white paper. It's nice to see it without yellow paper. Most of the copies that I own of the original printing have yellowed over time, so it's nice to see it on a nice white paper again. Not that I ever feel like it was ever on a really white paper.
Mm.
It always kind of had a yellow tinge to it. But I highly recommend picking it up at your retailers. You can pick it up here during our show. You can also pick it up. Well, no, I guess you can't pick it up at the Crosby Bunker. Wow, that was weird.
Mm.
So our comic store is now officially closed. They are doing, a show or two out of it and selling stuff out from the walls. But I just realized they didn't even get a shipment of this, so they don't have any of these.
No.
But the nealadamsstore.com, which is online, is they have them there that you can purchase them online. So once again, it's Neal Adams Store.com. And if you go there, it has artwork, it has books, it has portfolios, and it should have the Superman Ali copies there that you can purchase online through our online store. Okay, Z, I'm going to go, even though we only have 5 people on Facebook, because I think people will come on. Anyway, so this is Neal Adams' studio. And this is, I am Chris, Neal's oldest daughter. We have Zia behind camera.
Hi.
Who is Neal's youngest daughter. There are only 2 daughters in the Adams family. The rest are the boys. So you're with Chris and Zia, and we're basically selling Neal Adams artwork that has been up in continuity. If you have questions about Neal, we tend to be able to answer some of them. Sometimes we'll ask you guys even questions because we're not sure. And you guys are always very helpful in giving us answers as well. So it kind of goes back and forth on that. But we do sell prints and books, original artwork, CGCs, and sometimes weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
like, for instance, the San Diego Comic-Con
right, I was
bag
going to
back
finally
there.
grab it. It's been back there, and I keep forgetting that we have it.
This was from Dad's last appearance at San Diego Comic-Con, which I could not tell you what year it was.
Yeah, I don't know what year that was either.
But it was quite some time ago.
Pre-COVID, obviously.
Pre-COVID, definitely.
And actually, the tag on it says it's Neal Adams.
Yep.
So this was, I guess, anyone who had a booth or was creative, or I don't know what the rules were, but you got one of these kind of, I wouldn't call it a portfolio because I don't think an original comic page would fit in it. But this is a checkmate bag designed to accelerate the trip to your gate. The butterfly design lies flat, providing an unobstructed X-ray view of your laptop. So I guess it's really designed for carrying your papers and laptops and stuff like that. You're supposed to ensure compliance, place only your computer in the laptop compartment. All shoulder straps should be moved away from the laptop compartment for screening. So this is really designed to get you through an airport. So I guess that's why it's called checkmate bags. But it's cool. It has like room for water bottles on either side. It has obviously a computer laptop compartment in it. What's interesting is the tag says this is Neal Adams San Diego Con bag, and Dad signed it. There's a big silver Neal Adams signature there. And we're selling this for,
I have no idea.
I think we're going to sell it for $100.
Fair
So
enough.
this is $100 because we sell Dad's signature for $100. So
That is true.
there you go. And this is made by, it says Checkmate, but it also says Leeds on it.
Yeah, this was tucked away quite some time ago just because I thought it was a cool bag, and we forgot about it.
Well, it must have been back from the point where people were, you used to have to take your laptops out and put them in the bucket, and this apparently.
I thought you still do.
I don't know, because this is acting like you could leave it in there. Designed to accelerate airport screening, tested to comply with checkpoint guidelines. So maybe this passes through the X-ray machine.
Maybe.
Okay, so like I said, the coolest part is this little tag up here because it has Neal's name on it. Second coolest part is Neal signed his bag, and it seemed to have been a gift for, I guess, the people who probably were at booths at San Diego.
The guests.
Or they did this for the artists. I don't know what the reason of the bag was, but it is a cool bag. It's in great condition. It's clean and perfect. There's the back side of it. And it seems like this front part has like space that'll come forward. It does have that new thing where I guess your phone, if you have a battery,
You got the hole.
you got the hole there. So it has the hole. So it's quite a nice bag. I should have looked at this and said, no, I'm going to keep it.
Well, now that you've said that.
Well, bye now, because Z and I are having second thoughts about it.
Hey, Rick.
And Happy Towers is also with us. So we're selling this bag for $100. It is signed by Neal, and like I said, the little ticket has his name on it.
Another one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
The little ticket has Neal's name up there, which makes it cool, but then I wouldn't take it out because I wouldn't want to lose this name.
Mm.
So in order to purchase something from our show, you would just write in the comment bar, claiming laptop bag with Neal's signature or whatever.
Oh, Happy Towers is claiming. Thank you, Happy Towers.
Okay, that was easy. So just like Happy Towers just wrote, I'll claim. That's what you have to do, is just say what you're claiming. And then we will make noise or not. I will make some noise.
Well, you have your not so button, right?
I'm getting there. There's our noise. And we have bombs as well. I will even let Zia do the first bomb tonight.
Oh, which bombs are we doing?
Well, what do you want to do? Little bomb or big bomb?
That's your call, baby.
No, you make the call tonight. I'm going to let you decide what we're doing
I
tonight.
don't have any bombs over here.
I have the bombs over here.
Oh, we'll just grab it. Am I shooting it?
Yeah, well, the ping pongs you would have to shoot because you know how they work. All right, so Happy Towers.
They're just badly perforated is all. You can't twist them.
Happy Towers.
We'll zoom out for the blowing of the bomb.
Not only is Neal's name on this, but now Happy Towers' name is on it.
All right, you ready?
Okay, I will protect myself with the bag. Wait, you know what? I'm going to open it so they fly in, and then Happy Towers gets mess when he gets his bag.
There you go.
Okay, I will try and catch them.
Okay, and 3, 2, 1. They all came this way.
Not one went in the bag.
I have some here.
All right, so that's what we do when we sell something on the show. And because it's Happy Towers, we're going to send him
Something must be blowing this way.
some love.
It all came back here.
Well, I didn't turn that fan on. All right.
Yeah, you barely. I aimed it towards you too. You got the little lid though.
Yeah, I did see the lid fly by me. Okay, I'm going to put this in the safe.
Happy Towers says, "Yay, confetti!"
Yep. All right, we'll put it there. It's safe back there. Okay, so it's the end of our show.
Goodbye. Kidding.
We only had to make one sale tonight, and we did it, so we're going home now.
That was easy.
John Ross says it's my birthday today. I'm 35.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All I know is, what's his name? Spent $1 zillion on his birthday. Robert Muhammad.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he bought like 3 or 4 pieces of artwork.
Yeah, he bought
His birthday was like in a week or 2. So maybe you'll find something for your birthday.
Maybe.
So once again, thank you, Happy Towers, for that purchase. Nice. It's, like I said, a very nice bag. And I was surprised Zia was willing to give it up.
I was surprised I was willing to let it go too.
Okay, I'm going to start with this piece.
I think the problem was I know that if I'd have kept it, I never would have actually used it. And I'd rather it go to somebody who's actually going to use it. Because I would not use it just to preserve it. Because I'm that much of a knucklehead.
Right. So this is a mix of a giclée with original art. And when you're buying original art, you can put the piece on a payment plan. And if you're not buying original art, then it has to be paid in full. And within 2 or 3 days of me invoicing you. So basically, this falls into the original art. So the price of this, which the price tag fell out of this, but I believe this was at,
Don't know.
I think it was 900. I don't know where the tag went. But we're gonna make it 900 for now. Ugh. Because the one with the smaller one was less than 900. Okay, so it is 900 till I check. It was either 900 or 1,000. I don't know. So this is a Batman Chiclet, which means it's a print on the top here. This blue image of Batman running forward with bats in the background and the moon. He's running through water, and it's a nice run cycle that Neal likes to draw. And so Happy Towers is going to put Neal's book in there, as well as his pencil and a tracing pad with his red Superman. Cool.
Nice. I like that.
The bottom portion down here, where you see the black and white Batman down here, that is an original drawing by Neal. And obviously this is signed by Neal. There's a little airbrushing on the front of this.
Little spatter.
Little spatters. That's a little artsy. And we're selling this for $900. The size of this is 13 by 19. So the way the payment plan works, if you're new, is you put 1/3 down to hold the piece, and then you make payments monthly till it's paid off. You are in control of how much you pay per month. So if you decide to do $20 a month till it's paid off, obviously it's going to take a longer time. If you pay $100 a month till it's paid off, you get it quicker. So, but you can control it. And even if you do $20 one month, but you have a windfall the next month, you could pay a larger number the next month. And then if all of a sudden you find yourself short again, you can go right back to $20. I like that people pay monthly, just because then the bookkeeping is constantly rotating and current, and I don't have to go back 5 years looking for somebody who purchased something, because that's starting to drive Chris a little crazy. So basically this is $900 to buy. Again, it is a print at the top. It is original art at the bottom. So it's original piece of Batman there, which is the reason why the price is $900 for this. And it is signed by Neal. And it's a really pretty Chiclet with a really nice Batman there. And I've seen these framed up, and they look great when they're in frames. So it will look good for sure.
Hey, Greg.
Now I'm going to put that up there. So that way I remember to check the price. Okay, I'm going to go through some prints first. We'll hit some art. Maybe I'll move some art in here as well. Okay, this is a print from Neal's Monsters, the Frankenstein Werewolf Dracula story. We're crawling up to Halloween. Obviously not fast enough for me and Z.
Never fast enough.
We love Halloween, and we're already trying to come up with, like, what do we do in this Halloween, Z? Because we have to top last year's Halloween.
Last year's Halloween was pretty epic.
Right. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll come up with something. This is 13 by 19. It is signed by Neal, and it is a print of Neal's Dracula, Werewolf, and Frankenstein from the book Monsters that he did.
It's always hard when you think you're having a last hurrah, but it's not your last hurrah, and then you got to come up with something after. It's like, damn.
Well, last year, if you were with us on the show, we did the chef from Sesame Street,
The Swedish
the
Chef
Swedish chef
from the Muppets.
from the Muppets, and then
And you were my lobster.
I was a lobster in a tank that was going to get cooked by the Swedish chef. And then we also had a massive killing that we did a murder mystery.
We did our little slasher movie.
So hard to like not forget that one. And we also have to come up with a Thanksgiving recipe for this year. So I don't know what recipe we're doing this year, but we're in trouble on that front too. We have a lot of problems this year. We should just close continuity.
I don't know. I
Get
kind of
out.
gave you guys the best of me already. I don't know if I got any more.
Exactly. So if there's anything that you want to
Happy
see,
Towers loves the costumes.
Chris and Zia pull off. Happy Towers says he loved our costumes. Okay, so this is another print of Batman. This is Batman. We call this Batman Gray. This is Batman once again running in the rain. It is different than the blue one I just showed you, and it obviously doesn't have art on it. And this one is $100 to buy. It is signed by Neal at the bottom of it.
Well, I'm trying to get Pete to write a script and make it a little bit more professional this time because I was thinking follow along with Scream, but instead of like, what's your favorite scary movie, I call Chris and ask her what her favorite comic book is, and then quiz her on things. And if she doesn't get the answers right, I kill her.
You just always want to kill me. What is that, Z? What is your problem?
Well, you could unalive
Oh, you know
me.
what? You guys should have bought the Batman Blue because it was $1,200.
Oh.
So $1,200 on that Batman Blue thing. So if you're sitting on the fence on it, tonight's the night to buy it because I said I would sell it for $900 tonight. But really, it's a $1,200 print with the original Batman on the bottom. I will honor my $900 because I just found the sticker on the floor.
And hello, Bari.
Okay, I'm going to move. I'm going to go past Batman Gray. I went searching through stuff today. This is a Wolverine cover sketch for First X-Men, which is a series that Neal and Pete actually wrote, and Neal penciled, and I forget who inked it, but Neal inked the covers. This is Neal's cover sketch for the third issue from the First X-Men, and we're selling this for $600. So this is Neal's cover sketch, again, for First X-Men, which was a series that came out at this point probably 14 years ago, maybe 15. And it was a story by Neal Adams and Peter Stone, penciled by Neal Adams, inked by, who inked it? I forget who inked it. It's not coming to me. But again, the cover design was all Neal. This is the third issue's cover, and that is obviously Wolverine on the cover. It was a Wolverine heavy story, and it is $600 to buy. This is penciled by Neal, and I think because we had this for sale a long time ago, it should. It is not signed by Neal, so this will get a certificate of authenticity that will go along with it. So again, because this is artwork, it can go on the payment plan where 1/3 goes down as holding if you don't want to pay it in one gulp, and then you could pay it off monthly till it's completely paid off. So once again, First X-Men cover number 3. This is the Wolverine cover sketch for $600. And it will get a certificate stating it is drawn by Neal. Okay. It has a long sticker.
That's a long sticker.
Hop around. Okay, I have a finished pencil print. Again, this is a print 13 by 19. Conan running towards something bad
A rather large monkey.
with a chick on his shoulders.
Yeah, I kind of put her down and fight the monkey. and then pick her up again if I had to.
That's not Conan.
I don't know.
Conan fights with things he's carrying.
Because he's far more manly than I will ever be.
This is $100 to buy. It does have a Neal Adams signature. The size of this is 13 by 19, and it is Conan. It's done in a finished pencil illustrative style, which means that it hasn't been inked, but it also is not just a pencil. It is a finished pencil, meaning he does it so tight that it looks like it's inked. Okay. Next up, I'm going to do a Havoc. We have a Havoc profile for 600, 8.5 by 11, signed by Neal.
And this is an original head sketch.
Yes. Original pen and ink of Havoc. Which maybe someday we'll get an X-Men movie. Maybe.
Well, I mean, we've had X-Men movies, but there have been X-Men movies, and Havoc has appeared in the X-Men
I
movies,
know
but
that,
it's not.
but we haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah.
We've been avenging.
We have been avenging.
It would be nice to have an
We've been very busy avenging.
Yes.
We need to X now.
We need to X. So Havoc for 600, signed by Neal. All right, I'm going to go back here. Now, Zia came up with this. This is obviously Muhammad Ali.
It's another one of these little tucked away items.
Yes. And I think it was because we weren't sure if we were supposed to color it or not color it.
Yeah.
It does have its color reference with it, so I think Neal was planning on having this colored. I will get my sticker off of it. So this is a beautiful front-on Muhammad Ali pencil and ink by Neal, signed by Neal for $1,000. And if you'd like it colored, we'll even keep the color in the $1,000 price. So if you
He does color it beautifully.
Yeah, if you want it colored, Zia would be the one coloring it. Zia has colored other ones in the past that he's done. So she knows what she's doing. We have the reference Neal used, so we know exactly how he wants it colored. And we'll put the color with the $1,000, or you can keep it in pencil and ink.
Ooh, he colors so pretty.
Ali's always pretty.
I know.
You can't make him unattractive. So $1,000 for Muhammad
Oh, I don't
Ali.
know. I've seen people do really unattractive Muhammad Ali, but then it doesn't look like Muhammad
I
Ali.
was gonna say that it doesn't look like him.
You get the likeness
I mean,
wrong.
even when he's beat up. it's
Yeah.
good, right? At least when Dad draws him beat up, he looks good. All right. We bought this one. We found a Green Arrow pencil. Again, this is one
Print?
of those finished pen. Well, it's a print,
Yes.
but it is of Green Arrow done in a finished pencil. But this is a print, 13 by 19, signed by Neal. It was a print that he did that we then took the image and sold it to DC. And it did become a cover, which they ran the other way.
Sideways.
So this is 100 to buy. Again, 13 by 19, print of Green Arrow.
Unfortunately, they printed it on a paper that I couldn't color.
Oh, when they
On the
did the
covers,
cover.
yeah. It would have been nice if it was printed on one of those.
Well, that
Sketch cover
that was
papers.
way before sketch covers.
Yeah.
They weren't doing sketch covers when they did that. So $100 Green Arrow 13 by 19. Really nice print.
Okay, so what is everybody watching tonight? Because everybody's being quiet again. This is the second time this week that everybody's been really quiet and saying nothing. Speaking of Muhammad Ali, all right, they're being quiet. Show my thing.
Oh, I didn't know you had it up there.
I did.
Okay. Well, do you want it in the official Neal Adams holder, or you want it out there?
No,
Okay. There we go. All right. So what are we looking at, Bean?
this is on a blank sketch cover of the facsimile of Superman versus Muhammad Ali. This is my original art on the cover of voodoo dolls of Superman and Muhammad Ali shaking hands, and Muhammad Ali saying, "Superman, we are the greatest." And this is going for $200.
So this is 200. It's an original drawing by Neal Adams.
Rick says, "Sorry, I'm chilling and waiting for a Joker to go with my Batman." Well, we can show Jokers.
We can show Jokers. That's why you got to talk to us, because you know what happens if I decide, like, nah, I'm not feeling Joker tonight, and I don't show a Joker. So anyway, back to Superman Ali, and I will pull out some Jokers for you, Rick. Basically, Zia is Neal's youngest daughter. Zia has worked at Continuity for
a very long time.
a million years, the same way I've worked for a billion years. And Zia has come up with her voodoo dolls that have taken off, that people have now bought tons. I mean, you've sold tons.
I've sold quite a few of these
voodoo dolls,
and they're getting more and more popular.
And what she's doing now with these facsimile editions, that especially with Neal's covers, is that she does a voodoo doll pose from it, and that's what you're looking at here. So it's an original pen, ink, and color by Zia, based on the last
panel, or spread, I should say.
Is based on the friendship page at the end of the Superman Ali story. Right. And she has done it in voodoo dolls. And she's selling it for $200. So $200, Superman and Ali. And what does it say?
Superman, we are the greatest.
Okay. And I think they are the greatest. So cute. If you're a Neal Adams fan and you'd like to support Neal's kids,
Gen 2 Adams.
This is a nice way to do it. Having a sketch cover edition of Superman Ali. And it's $200 to purchase this. And as I always say, if you're not on with us and you're interested in this, you can always direct message us. I will get in touch with Zia, and then you can work out everything with Zia.
Yep, I am not hard to find.
Right. Okay, I'm just going to put it back up here.
Yep.
Because it's safe.
See, still crickets.
What?
Still crickets.
Crickets.
Okay.
Well,
your Jokers are over there behind your bottom
right.
shelf.
Okay. All right. I have a couple of Jokers. I don't know if you're looking for something like this to go with your Batman, or you're looking for a big piece. But here are
how big is your Batman?
Here are two Jokers. They're both profile Jokers. They are different from one another. One is slightly skinnier.
Yeah, well, one's got more to it. The other one's got a carnation.
This one must be old, because this does not have
The carnation.
The COVID carnation.
Yeah.
So this must be a really old one.
Well, but the carnation is not the COVID carnation because it doesn't have a face.
Sometimes Dad just got lazy and didn't do the face. It has a
Oh,
little-
to go with his beefy, he's the one that bought the
to
beefy
go with
Batman.
Beefy Batman. Okay, go with Beefy Batman.
Pull them together. I would go with the one with the carnation if it were me.
So Zia likes this one.
Yeah.
The one I had with the design left, right? That's gone. I think somebody finally bought that one.
Oh, you need that one, yeah.
Yeah, I think that one is gone. Because that would have been a good one.
Okay, yeah. He says, I think the one on my left, you're right, carnation. So you want the one with the carnation.
I'm just making sure
I
don't
agree
have
with you on that one.
any other ones hiding. But I don't think I do. I think that is it. On the Joker front. Okay.
Okay, he wants the carnation one. The one
So
on
this
your
is
right,
the
Chris.
one. Okay.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay, this is going to Rick. I think it'll go really well with that. Because it's actually this one, because it's a slider Joker, will look good next to Beefy Batman. I want you to know that every time I say Beefy Batman, I know my dad is like
Cringing.
What is wrong with my daughter?
Oh, please. There's something wrong with all of us. It's just whether you can make it work or not.
So Rick, I'm gonna put you with
What about your chair?
I'm gonna put it over here. Safe with Happy Towers, Zion.
Did he? I think it's more the phrase "beefy Batman"
He
that
would-
Dad would cringe over.
That I'm calling Batman Beefy. You know, we just say it's more like a Frank Miller Batman, Chris.
Beefy.
He's not fat.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Yay! So that is for Rick, for Beefy Joker. Actually, it's Skinny Joker.
Skinny Joker to go with beefy Batman.
Ratty Joker, Beefy Batman. But I think they'll look nice next to each other. And thank you, Rick, for buying it. It has been fun.
We can call him Brickhouse Batman instead. Nah, we like beefy.
We like Beefy.
We're gonna stick with beefy.
When we found him, I was like, let's see, he's Beefy Batman. We found him in the art drawers on the other side. And she was like, wow, I really like that. I was like, yeah, I know, I love Beefy Batman. So that was sweet. Beefy Batman is my love. I also have a Schlumpy Batman, but
we love Schlumpy Batman.
he's a little plastic Batman that I own, which I think is based on Mazzucchelli's Batman, but it's like a real schlumpy looking Batman.
He's got really bad posture, kind of skinny.
And I love him too.
We like the strange and unusual Batmans.
Yes, exactly. Well, when you live in the land of Batman your whole life, when you
And
see
Batman's
one,
always freaking perfect all the time.
right, when you see one that's a little different, it's always fun.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a 13 by 19 print. Obviously, Chris is on an X-Men. I'm channeling X-Men tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We refer to this as the Red X-Men because Neal for Rhode Island Comic Con did 2 covers. This is one of them. The other cover was done in white, and I don't think we ever made. I was actually surprised to find these prints because I didn't even think we did these prints. But I think he did them when these came in from LA. I don't know where they got them from. But it is signed by Neal. It is 13 by 19. I have a really limited amount of these. I don't think we did many of these because I was the one that was shipping most of the prints all over the country for Neal, and I did not run this. So I don't know when they did it, but I think it was only at a convention. So there's probably not a lot of these out there. It is 100 to buy. 13 by 19 is its size. We refer to this as the Red X-Men, and it's a cool piece. Neal referred to this as the soda can cover because it's as if you took a soda can and split the top of it, and all the characters are exploding out. He's like, Chris, it's like a Coke can. Okay. So $100 for the 13 by 19 Red X-Men signed by Neal. And I think it's a nice piece. It's got a lot of nice characters on there that you don't always see. Happy Towers is crying.
He's laughing.
It's even got the yellow Wolverine on it. Old school, baby.
Vintage.
All right.
Happy Tower says, of course I need an X-Men. So you're claiming an X-Men? Is that what you're telling me?
Is that what Happy Towers is doing?
I think so.
Okay, it's yours, Happy Towers. Now that I got all these pink wings on it. Okay. It's a great cover. It's got everybody on it. It makes me happy.
Well, that's all that really matters, Chris.
But I think we only had like 3 of these, so like I said, very limited. I'm not going to have this. Okay. I can do a little. We do a little bomb. We'll do a little bomb. Little bomb.
Yeah, it's getting messy.
Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, Happy Towers. These have more reach to this time around than the big bombs have. I don't know what's going on with the little bombs, but
They're springier.
They're springier than they used to be. And the bigger bombs are getting...
Happy Tower says, I start dancing every time I hear that horn. Hit the Obnoxo button one more time.
A present from Happy Towers.
I know.
Thank you, Happy Towers. Okay, she's going into the deep piles of the depth here.
The fact that it annoys me just gives Chris that much
It
more
gives me
glee.
such joy that I bothered Zia with it. All right.
So much so her grandson chases me around the studio, wards me off with it like garlic to a vampire.
Okay. This is a tight Rugrats movie poster comp by Neal. Now this is done in pencil because it's a movie poster comp. And if you liked Nickelodeon and you were into the Rugrats and all that, the size of this, I would say, is it's tracing paper pad, so it's probably that 8.5 by 11 or 9 by,
but it's been trimming.
9 by something.
This is the actual art is about 8 by 10.5, 11.
8 by 10.5, 11. And again, it has all the Rugrat characters on it because it was for the Rugrats movie that came out a zillion years ago. Neal did comps for it. This is one of them. And we are charging $400 for this. It is signed by Neal in pencil on the bottom. Like I said, I have a weird mix tonight, guys. So once again, $400 for the tight Rugrats movie poster comp. Can we come into the Rugrats more a little bit? We'll have a scan pan, probably next week of this. I kind of pulled this out late. So it has the parents, it has Definitely Chucky.
Chucky's my favorite.
Right, I forget what the little girl's name was. It was like, I don't remember. What was it? I had to watch my Rugrats again. I used to watch this all the time with the girls. It was like, is it like an
Angela?
Angeline or something, some name like that. Because she was kind of a bit of a monster. So this is $400 to buy. It is signed by Neal at the bottom. And as you can see, it was interesting to rep Neal because people didn't believe that the same person who drew, something tight could draw something cartoony. It
People
really
don't
is
believe
Rugrats
that Dad
is a
can do
master.
little feet and big feet.
Right, exactly. So I would have to lie and say it's somebody else. Till they finally accepted that Neal could do more than just the style that they mostly knew him for.
Yep.
Okay, I did find next up, the same guy who drew this is the same guy who drew Rugrats. In the world of advertising, usually it's not like that. So.
And who drew Peanuts and who drew the
Right.
Alka-Seltzer guy.
Right. So 13 by 19. This is another print. Now this is I'm going to call this Dad's personal print because this was not for a job. This was something that he pencil inked and colored himself, which means this was his baby. He wasn't paid for it, which is like the golden rule of Neal Adams. And he obviously spent a weekend drawing this and coloring it.
And this was not the only one.
He did a great job.
There were the guys in the boat too with the dog man.
That is true. But this is Neal's Bigfoot project that he was working on. This is a nice illustration that he did. It's two guys who obviously were at a campfire, and two Bigfoots have come across, and there are Bigfoots even hiding behind them in the trees. This is $100 to buy. It is signed by Neal. I don't know. There was a flaw to Neal. So can you show the Bigfoots? Bigfoots. Bigfoots are actually stuffed dolls that we also designed, which Neal was trying to sell as a cartoon thing. So as you can see, the Bigfoots are or Sasquatch. I'll just stick with that.
And then there's the two in the shadows behind the hunter.
Right. This is a great piece. There's the two back there in the trees. And then the hunters are like, holy crap, what the hell is that? The problem with Neal becoming a forger is that Neal would always like to correct things.
Fix things, yeah.
So that you would always know it's a Neal Adams forgery done by Neal.
Fixed.
Because it would just be a tad better. So, because I would run into that sometimes repping Neal. Somebody would want something exactly the same.
I always used to love this Picasso, but now I like it even more. I don't know what happened.
And I would get into wars with, but Dad, they don't care. They want it to look like this. So this is 13 by 19. It is $100 to buy. It is signed by Neal. Again, it represents one of Neal's pet projects of his own. This is very limited out there. I think that whoever has bought this from the show is who has a copy of this. This has never been to a convention for sale. So you might be the only kid on the block with that one. Okay, next up this is the pencil. I guess Neal must have been doing a drawing lesson where he chose to draw Batman. So
Imagine that.
This pencil is from Neal's Patreon, one of Neal's drawing lessons from Patreon. And it is right out of his little sketchbook. and it's drawing Batman. I don't know what he was teaching because I didn't have time to go into his Patreons to see it. But this will marry up to one of those Patreon videos on drawing lessons by Neal. And it is signed by Neal. So you can see this being drawn on screen in the video. We are selling this for $800. So you would have something, in essence, that's published, that is published by video versus published like a book.
Yep.
And it's Neal showing you how to draw.
It looks like he's got the
He's got
musculature
some-
of the
right.
shoulder and that lower
Right, there's
part.
some anatomy going on here. So $800, like I said, it is signed by Neal. You can see the signature going right across. And it is the drawing that he is drawing in one of his lessons, which you can see on Neal's Patreon. $800 is the price for this Batman piece. Weird show, Chris. Okay. I love this one. It is a Man-Thing painting that Neal did.
Hello,
for
Dennis.
Cover. It's a gorgeous painting. Sexy as well. 13 by 19. Now this is a really good copy of that painting. You can really see the real colors, the real work that went into this. It is not signed by Neal, so it will get Neal's holographic signature on the back of it because we made this after Neal had already passed. And that was because some people had asked whether we would make a print of this. So I did make a print of this. The size paper, again, is 13 by 19. And it is the sexy Man-Thing piece that Neal did that was published as a cover. $100 is the price. Again, it would get the hologram signature by Neal. So $100, 13 by 19, hologram signature. I love that piece. Love that piece. Okay, next up. Okay, this one's a crazy one. This is on
Ruh-roh.
Exactly right, Zia. Ruh-roh. 8.5 by 11. Now this is. Now Neal says this was a licensing project at the time, and it might be top secret. Now we can't say. This isn't. This is his Peter Pan record cover. So I don't know why the sticker is on this because I don't think it is right. This is the Peter Pan record. It's a Santa Claus, Scooby-Doo, obviously, piece. It is not signed by Neal. I don't believe it is signed by Neal. And we're selling this piece for $900. Because it is published. It is the original art. It is drawn by Neal. And I would put a certificate of authenticity along with it. Scooby-Doo, Peter Pan Records,
Jinkies.
and it is Neal. I like this piece. Courtney saw this, she'd be like, Mom,
I know, I'm surprised Courtney's...
why are you selling that?
I'm surprised Courtney's spidey senses aren't tingling.
1-800-Courtney. Mom, were you selling?
That was so weird that one time. What was that? Was it Miss Piggy?
It was Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Is it something she wants? Oh, she wants the potato head. When they revamped the potato heads.
Mhm.
Apparently, as a kid, she loved it in color.
No.
So she doesn't even want. It's not like she's after the original. She wants the color of it. And,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I know what it was. Courtney. She always do that. Grandpa was great
Mm-hmm.
because we go to conventions, and she grew up behind the convention booths and stuff like that. But then she found out that Dad did
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
Yeah.
And she was like,
She went
Grandma did Captain Planet. Oh my God. She was like, no
Starstruck.
way.
Yep.
And then he went up 5 more degrees in the cool shit category
Takes a lot to impress Courtney.
in Courtney's life. Grandpa became cooler. Like, screw Batman, he did Captain Planet. So,
Ryan says, "Great Scoob." Yeah, I always loved it when I would see somebody dressed as Captain Planet at a convention. And I go, "Oh, the designer of your costume is right over there."
Right. Okay. Next one up is Asia Clay. Obviously the famous Batman Ra's al Ghul cover
244.
44. And this is from the cover. We sell this for $100. This is not signed by Neal because this was done after Neal had passed. So this would get the hologram Neal Adams signature on the back of it. This is $100 to buy. If you're into this cover, it definitely represents the original cover. It has all of the DC logos and pricings and all that stuff on it. It very much looks like the original because it is based on the original, so it would look like the original. And we sell this for $100. It is not signed by Neal, so this would get, again, the hologram Neal Adams signature. All right. I'm going to do Two-Face because Zia can talk
pretty
about
boy.
Two-Face.
He's so pretty.
Yes. He is
I love
gorgeous.
Two-Face.
So he is 11 by 14. And Zia sees the price. I don't.
He is going for $1,900. He is beautifully illustrated by Neal, colored by myself based on the coloring from the printed cover that was originally colored by my mom, Corey Adams. And yeah, I think he's gorgeous. I think he's just absolutely gorgeous. He's just so pretty.
1,900. That is original art of Two-Face. Okay, whoa. Here's a 13 by 19 print of Batman. This is a piece that Neal drew and painted himself. It is 13 by 19. This is a fave of Zia's because she likes how the bat symbol down here is created by bats. Making that.
Very subtle, but
right,
gorgeous.
really interesting palette of color for Neal. It's almost not like Neal, which is interesting. Every time you think
it's a dad doing something a little different.
Right. Every time you think you got him nailed down, he's got to prove to you, you don't got me nailed down.
Yeah.
So, this is a great piece. It is $100. It is not signed by Neal because we just made these. So this would get the hologram Neal Adams signature. It is $100 to buy. It is 13 by 19. Gorgeous piece, interesting piece. I would buy this one. This would be a Chris pick. for sure. So, Batman 13 by 19.
No, happy you do not have this one.
No, this we just made actually. Wednesday was
He
the
didn't
first.
ask, but I was answering just in case.
Wednesday was the first time we made this, so it is brand spanky new, and I have not sold one yet.
No.
So nobody has this yet.
Happy can be the first.
I think Happy went away. He's like, I spent too much money. I gotta go away. All right, this you're gonna have to come in on. Okay, this is something that we sold a long time ago with Neal. We sold a number of these. This is from an Amazon project that he did where he was illustrating a script for shooting.
Oh, Jim Hackett is claiming the Batman.
Jim Hackett is going to claim it. This is a Jim Wilson. Okay, Jim Hackett. Gotcha, Jim. Jim is the first to own this.
There you go.
Very good, Jim Hackett. The first one. Put that back there. And because it's the first one, you want to do a big bump because it's the first one? Launcher thing.
I gotta zoom out. I'm running camera too.
I know. Well, because we started talking about the artwork and then
Yes.
the lag got us. And hello, Marilyn. So we figured out our dead bombs.
Yeah, you gotta peel
We
it
have
because
to
the
peel.
perforation is crap.
Yeah.
Alright, put yours in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I aimed that right over your head.
I know, you want to hit me in the head with the top of it.
At least I don't fire it directly at you.
I
Sometimes you
hide
aim it,
behind my plastic
usually
shield.
aim directly.
I
Well, you
should.
don't intentionally aim directly. It's just you close your eyes right before, and then it angles downward and heads straight forward.
Well, I also figured out it's actually easier to clean this side than that side.
Yeah, well,
that
it blows.
side has,
It's for some reason it's blowing this way though.
it goes into the color copier and all that
Mhm.
stuff. So, okay, what are we doing, Z?
We
We're
are
doing
doing
original art, so we're back to original
Gladiators and zombies.
art. Gladiators and zombies. So these are 4 frames of storyboard that tell a story. What you're seeing here is the lighter ones that are smaller is Neal's original drawings. The ones that are larger and a little darker have been darkened, so it's easier to see them on camera.
Yeah, they're copies.
They are done in pencil, but like I said, the originals are the ones sitting above the M there. So the lighter one are the original pencils. So this is a fight with arrows and swords. Spears, sorry.
Spears and swords, yep.
Spears and swords.
And, you know, even if you're not all that into the gladiators versus, you know, zombies thing, it is a great fight sequence. If you're into fight sequences and getting the action into your poses, it is a great study on how to do such things.
Right. So these are 4 frames for $200. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 4 frames for $200, which is a great buy of Neal's stuff. I don't know if he signed them. No. So this would get a certificate of authenticity stating exactly what the job was and that these are Neal's pencils. And if you're interested in these, I'd call this the Gladiator job and call it M. And again, 4 frames over here for $200, which is a great buy of Neal. Actually, I did the wrong side. This is the side of the originals.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna put this under here because now I have too many things. So So Z and I are going to go for like 10 more minutes because we started earlier because it's Friday. And like I said, it's slightly a shorter show. So that we can, if there's anything anybody's interested in, I'll gladly pull stuff out. Or if there's something you want to see again, I'll gladly pull it out as well. Okay, here is a Batman that we're selling for $800. It is on 8.5 by 11. It is a full front view of Batman by Neal, signed by Neal, for $800. All right, Batman pencil and ink, signed by Neal, $800. I have a Ra's al Ghul, head to toe. I didn't say full figure. Head to toe pencil and ink by Neal for $1,800. And it is a side piece by Neal near Ra's al Ghul's foot. So if you're into villains, this is a really nice Ra's al Ghul piece. That is pen and ink. I was thinking, was there anybody who asked me anything I haven't? Okay, if you're into Ra's al Ghul, I also have this, which this is a Batman Rebirth, right? This is a sketch cover that is done by Neal with a giant Ra's al Ghul here in pen and ink. So that's an original on a comic book cover.
It's very nicely detailed.
Yeah, this has a lot of work. For $800. Lots of nice inking on this. The clothing is great. The buttons have a lot of detail on them. Even his cheekbone has a lot of detail. It's a great price for what this is. $800 is the asking price. It can go on the payment plan. $800 for Ra's al Ghul on a sketch cover that is a Batman Rebirth sketch cover. So, nice piece here. I have a Joker that is a big remark by Neal.
Oh, I love this one.
Right, on a Joker comic. I think it was Joker number 3 or 4? 4. Joker number 4, which is based on the
Ra's al Ghul cover.
Right, the 244 cover. But the characters have changed around because this is the Joker series. But that giant Joker head that you're seeing going over the Joker logo there is an original remark by Neal. It's a very large remark. And Neal colored the lower half of Joker's face in the remark. So it's very cool. We're asking for $1,000 for this comic, which the comic itself is in great condition. Do you have any more of the black and white Nighthawk prints? I'm pretty sure I do, Jim. If you'd like to pick one up, I will pull that. I don't have Nighthawk out tonight because we do switch around our prints, but I'm pretty sure I do have a Nighthawk in black and white available because the night I did them, I didn't sell that many of them. I don't even think I sold one. So I'm sure I still have it. So if you'd like that, I can pull it for you for Monday. So claim it, it's yours. So Joker here with the remark on the Joker 4 cover fancy is 1,000 to buy. Because it is a remark, it falls into the art. So this can be paid over time where you put a third down and then you could pay the rest of the payments off monthly. You can choose how much you spend each month. It can go up and down. But, we send it after it is paid off completely. So 1,000 for the Joker remark. Oops, let's get this down. Ah, I'm covered in stickies.
Lots of confetti.
And do your Batgirl. Okay. So we have an original pen and ink Batgirl. And we have an original color. The two go together. So we're keeping Neal's black and white or pen and ink pristine. We made a print that we colored. We're selling the two together for $1,500. So again, pen and ink Neal, signed by Neal. We made a copy of it. Zia colored it. And that's an original by Zia in color. The two go together for $1,500. 8.5 by 11 is the size of both the black and white line drawing as well as the color. And this is based off of the Batman TV show.
Yep.
Batgirl.
It's the Yvonne Craig Batgirl.
Batgirl. Right. So $1,500 for Batgirl. All right. I'll end up with that.
Actually, Robert Fernandez, Neal wrote a few comic books, but you would have to do a Google search on exactly which ones because I don't remember off the top of my head.
There are a bunch of dead names. Okay, this will be my last one for tonight. This is a 8.5 by 11 Batman, pen and ink. Very classic Batman, signed by Neal. And he doesn't have a price. Oh! Do you remember what his price was? I think he was like Batgirl.
Oh, was he? Oh.
Yeah, I think he's $1,500.
Okay.
Well, we will make him $1,500. I don't know where his sticker went.
That's what Dad always told us to use masking tape.
Well, my masking tape these days. $1,500 for Batman, 8.5 by 11, pen and ink Neal, signed by Neal. Batman. So this is the point where I will say, is there anything that anybody wants to see again? We'll gladly show it. If there's a character you were looking for that I didn't show tonight, if I have it in my pile here, I will gladly pull it out. If there was a print you saw, I'd gladly pull the print back out. I will wait because I know there's a bit of lag.
And I was actually considering pulling out my Joker painting to show you guys again for anybody interested. So if anybody's interested, let me know. I will pull that up.
Did Ali head sketch get sold? Nope,
No.
it's still sitting. Oh, it's probably sitting in my pile.
Let me see my pile.
Would
Maybe
you
towards
like
the
to
bottom of
see
your
it,
pile
Happy
because you
Towers?
showed it.
It is fantastic.
Oh, he's been on the phone.
On the phone.
Happy Towers has been on the phone.
Oh, wait. Okay, here is Muhammad Ali.
Ooh, he is so pretty.
That's a great piece. There are not Alis out there. And, he is the man who drew Superman versus Muhammad Ali. And he was chosen by ESPN to then redo that cover as a sports cover with once again drawing Muhammad Ali. And he did some new inside pieces in that ESPN
It's true.
of Muhammad Ali, which we've sold. A number of those illustrations we sold a while ago. Happy Towers is looking at it. All right, here, I'll take the 1,000 off of it. You want to come
All I can see is the number.
in? Do you want to come in on this? He's looking at it on the big screen. So. You showed it on Wednesday. I was actually surprised that nobody went for it. But Wednesday was a little weird. Wednesday night was a weird night.
And Chris has offered to have this colored at no additional charge.
Right. If you'd like it colored, I will keep the color within the $1,000 price.
And he do color up so pretty.
Right.
I've actually done Muhammad Ali twice. And he came out gorgeous both times.
Mm-hmm.
And so did Michael Jordan.
Yes, and Neal is very particular about how we color Muhammad Ali. So. Anyway.
I think he's so pretty. Even if Dad wasn't particular, I'd be particular.
I'm sure you would. So anyway, is there anybody who would like to see anything? I was in the city seeing Hell's Kitchen. Okay. Oh, on Wednesday you were in the city. Yeah, I mean the city was weird. It was very empty. Because when Z and I left the show Wednesday night, we were both like, where is everybody?
Mm.
And even the restaurants on our block closed early for a Wednesday night, which normally they're open pretty late. So it was a weird evening. And even Zia's train was empty, which Zia's train is never empty.
No.
So it was almost like the city emptied out on Wednesday. I don't know where everybody was. I mean, when you're in New York City, it's always a little depressing on 9/11 because you can't get away from it in a way. It's just
there.
In
your face. Yeah.
It's in your face. So. Oh, he saw Hell's Kitchen the musical.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so is there anything that anybody else would like to see while Happy Towers is thinking? And Wednesday night, we will be back in our usual time slot of 7:30. That show goes a little longer than this one. We do kind of a shorter version on Fridays, which now that we're heading into the winter, we readjust our time slot. So it just was nice to get out of work on Friday and still have it be light out. But now the sun is going away.
Aww.
So, anybody else, guys? And Happy Towers is going to check his mattress.
Everybody else is being so silent.
You just have to take all your teeth out, stick them in a box, and then ask the tooth fairy to come. All right, so since nobody is answering us,
Okay.
I think everybody has seen what they wanted to see. We had a good night tonight, and I want to say thank you to those who did buy from us tonight. We will be in our Wednesday night slot, like I said, at 7:30. And basically, if you're watching this over the weekend, you definitely can direct message, or if all of a sudden you say, Happy Towers might be buying that Muhammad Ali, I want it. If you direct message the weekend, if he hasn't beaten you to it, it might still be available. So everybody does shop over the weekends. I will say that sometimes things are still here tonight, but maybe gone tomorrow. We do answer people over the weekend. We'll pull pieces to the side over the weekend and stuff like that. And we are coming across more stuff. Last question, the Superman Ali book, is it in the store? Yes, it is in the nealadamsstore.com. You could purchase it there. If you want to purchase it on our show, we can do it that way, whatever way you'd like to do it, Happy Towers. We have the foil and we have the regular cover. But it is in the nealadamsstore.com. You could buy it there.
Or you could get my sketch cover.
Or, yeah, that's right. I don't know if Happy Towers saw your sketch cover.
He might have been on the phone.
Right. Whoops. So Zia did a sketch cover of the Superman Ali as well, using her
Voodoo dolls.
voodoo dolls. So that's Zia's sketch cover based on the last page of Superman Ali. To answer you, we're kind of selling them for cover price. So the regular edition is $14.99, so we rounded that up to $15. And the Superman versus Muhammad Ali is $16.99. I think Jason rounded that up to $20. So I think we're selling the foil at $20 and the regular cover at $15. But we do have copies. You can get it on the show here if you want, or if you want to go to the nealadamsstore.com. Just remember to spell Neal, N-E-A-L. So what I have out there, not to confuse people, is Neal Adams doing a sketch cover of the Superman Ali book that came out, which is a facsimile of the original edition of Superman versus Muhammad Ali, which is out in comic stores right now. You can buy it through the nealadamsstore.com online. This is Zia's original sketch cover of her voodoo doll of Superman and Muhammad Ali shaking hands, which matches the last spread that is in the Superman versus Muhammad Ali comic. And she's selling her original for $200. And Happy Towers wants to do the foil,
regular, and Zia sketch. Oh, cool!
You're gonna,
Thank you, Happy Towers.
Let me just make sure I got this right. So you're going to do the foil and the regular.
Yep, he's doing foil, regular, and Zia sketch cover. Claim
Okay.
all three. Thank you, Happy Towers.
Any reason to annoy Zia is a good reason in Chris's book.
Well, you can't annoy me now because I sold something, so.
That's why it's more obnoxious. Okay, so Happy Towers is getting...
Okay, so Happy Towers, just text me for the sketch
foil
cover. Sorry, I swiped out.
and regular edition.
Thank you.
Okay, I just put 2Ds in addition. Okay, got it. Happy Towers for that.
Yay!
Yes, I think you get another big bomb, Beanie. I'll even pull this off forever.
I'm to square up with you.
Okay, so anyone who bought from us should direct message.
Yes, you for that you square up with me. Yeah. For the regular and
regular
foil, you
edition.
square up with Chris.
Here you go, Beanie.
Thank you.
Let me do
Oh,
it
you even
for
peeled it for me.
I peeled it.
All right, duck and cover.
It's dangerous in here. Thank you, Happy Towers. Thank you, Jim Hackett. Thank you, Happy Towers. That was everybody for tonight. Jim Hackett,
That was
Happy Towers.
everybody.
So, anybody else before we close down for the week? I want to make sure everybody's got what they wanted. And I want to say thank you and love you too, Happy Towers. And basically, everybody stay safe. I don't know if the beaches are still open. Maybe. I'm sure I think they close on the 15th, at least in New York.
Watch out for the sharkies.
Watch out for the sharks. I hear we have dolphins and whales
Hey, Ford.
out by Breezy Point.
Well,
Pretty cool.
unless it's an orca, I wouldn't really worry about dolphins and whales too much.
No, it was a blue or a humpback or some one of those guys. It was not an orca.
Okay.
So we're good.
Yay.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Happy
See you
Towers.
guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.